And so that's really what, the book is about, really trying to encourage parents to be safe, because it is scary. You don't want your kids walking around every day scared to go outside, go out and play, whatever. But you do need to teach them. The other day in the news, they had the man was at the library in the kids section, and he was, you know, doing what he shouldn't have been doing in the kids section in the library.
Oh
So
my
it seems
gosh.
like you think the library's safe. So they're come to find,
Right,
they
it's
did a big
supposed to be.
special that now the library is where a lot of mental illness and homeless people are going because it's cold or hot, and they're hanging out. But
Right, to
and
get
and
some
you
kind of
can't watch your
shelter,
kids all
right.
the time. Yes. So we have to just be proactive. One little boy got attacked in the library bathroom. And I'm only saying this because I got great nieces and they love to go to the library. But I had to tell my niece, look, this happens. You just can't leave them in the library no more and go. Back in the day, your mom dropped you off the library. She knew it was safe. She go about her business. You can't do that anymore.
Right. Exactly. There's no safe place for kids to go. There's no place where, they can be feeling like there's parental people that can supervise them or anything like that. Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on just a second, you guys. Hold on just a second. Okay, I'm sorry. I got a sick baby, you guys. My baby is sick. Okay, so as
Absolutely.
far
That's
as
okay.
a place having a place for children to go that's safe, I myself know that there's nowhere where I can just go and take my kid and I feel 100% sure that they are going to be watched in the right way, because there was even a story where a child was touched inappropriately in the bathroom at school.
Yes.
So, like the places where you can really feel like your child is safe are limited, and they are getting smaller and smaller. And
Yeah.
there's nobody speaking out about it. It's
No.
just happening all over.
And that's why I posted Me Too for Kids, because it is a website for Me Too for Kids. Because as you stated, my mother started because her daughter was on a field trip and she got attacked on a field trip by an adult. So when you that's supposed to be watching the kids, so Me Too is not just adults; it's also children. And I think it's really sad that we live in a world where we gotta teach our kids this, like with the gun violence in Florida, and now the kids are, and which I'm very proud of them taking a stand against violence. Um, they have to worry about how to go. If they go to school, they're gonna come home. If they go to school, are they gonna be molested or touched inappropriately? We, when I went to school, that was the least of my worries. So to think that
Right,
these kids are going to school with these kind of worries, how can you learn? How can
right.
you learn?
And
It
it's
really
and it's
affects
not
every.
being taught. Where they're going to school fearful. When you're fearful, you have no, you're thinking about what's going to happen, with this. You can't focus on learning. And then we are going home and not even sharing with our kids what's going on, to
Yes,
better inform them of what they need to look out for.
absolutely.
Maybe they don't need to be scared for this or scared for whatever, but we're
Right.
not even informing our children on what's
Yeah,
going on and how to handle it.
absolutely.
How do you handle it if somebody comes up to you that you don't know?
Right.
So I'm
And what
I'm
age
very
is the right
thankful
age
that
to
you
have
are
that
starting the
conversation?
website.
Yeah,
Yes. How do
absolutely.
you have the conversation?
Yeah. And what age is
That
the
is a
right
very
age?
scary conversation.
Yeah.
What? Yes, that's a great question. What is the
What
right
age is the
age
right
to
age?
start things?
So I always tell the parents when I network with them, if your kid can go to school and hold a conversation, I'm sorry, that's the right age. If your kid can say, "Mama, they touched me," or "Mom, something happened today," you unfortunately we have to start early. Back in the day, the biggest conversation between parents and kids was sex.
Right.
Now you are talking about what's inappropriate. How should somebody touch you? Can you explain to mama how they did it? You gotta, in it, or you see a gun. They like, I think somewhere I saw in the news, a boy in elementary school brought a gun to school. He found it in his mom's house or whatever. I mean, what age do you tell your son do not touch that gun because you can hurt somebody and yourself? And you're in grammar school, so you used to say back in the day you would say, oh, when they're 8, 9, and 10, but now unfortunately I say first grade. because people are doing strange things, like the little girl who bought the cocaine for candy on Halloween. The baby didn't know it was
Right.
cocaine, but I'm just saying we have to start having dialogue, because dialogue is not only going to save us hardship, but it's going to save our kids hardship, because they are going to start thinking. We got to create our children to think. It's so easy to be a follower, because kids still
Yes.
want to be with the in crowd. They still want to be with the cool people. That's still a major issue. But we got to teach our kids to be leaders and not followers, to think before they act. And I don't think I think from first grade on up, you got to start. I remember my son, we lived in Upland, California, and my son had a friend, and they young little white boy, and they've been friends forever. And all of a sudden, the one day, the little boy called Troy an N. He said, "You ain't nothing but an N." And Troy came home just devastated. And I said, "Well, why are you so hurt?" He said, "I'm not that." I said, "Yeah, that's what you should have told him." A lot of times we
Right.
try to teach our kids, well, everybody's nice and everybody's kind, but that's not the world we live in. So we really got to teach them to, yes, you can be smart, you can you can be kind, but don't be a follower. You got to learn how to say, no,
Right.
that's
Don't
not
lose
right.
yourself.
Yes.
Right.
And
Right.
we can't
Right.
wait. And I think that
That's the
happens.
same thing
People
I
wait
teach
too
my
long.
kiddos.
Yes. Yes. Because if we wait too
You have
long,
to
then
be
they start
yourself.
doing it. Yes.
And then you
Yes.
have to be comfortable enough to, if something is not right, to stand up and say, you know what, I don't want to do, or, feel confident enough to say, this is not feeling right. No. I have ran into that with my daughter, with her
Right.
wanting to be friends so bad that even though something was wrong, she wouldn't say anything because she
Right.
didn't want to. So it's with children. You need to know and be confident enough in your beliefs that you can tell them no. If
Absolutely.
somebody touches you inappropriately, you can tell them no. No, I don't want to be touched like that. You don't have to be
Right.
afraid of losing a friend or losing somebody's attention or them not. You got to be
Yes.
confident and feel strong in what you are saying.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I could talk about too before I don't want to forget, this is
There was
important.
on here.
What happened?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, the word danger
There
stranger.
was a comment saying on here.
Oh, okay. There was a we're no longer going to be using danger stranger, and I wanted to talk about that a little bit. A stranger, when we say stranger, our kids look for like an ugly man, an ugly lady, somebody look like a monster or mean. But however, strangers are not always look like that. A stranger can be a family friend, a neighbor, a acquaintance. And a little girl not too long ago here in Jacksonville got taken from the store and raped by a family friend because she thought it was okay to go with him because she seen him around her family. So this is what when I talk about strangers, that strangers has a broad picture than just somebody you do not know. And I think it is important that parents break that down. I don't care who it is, or if I send you to the store, you come right back. You don't go nowhere with nobody. If you feel like somebody's making
Right,
you go somewhere, go to the counter and can you call my mother because he's trying to make me go with him. I mean, we have to be proactive. Give the kids tools. Just don't tell them, oh, don't talk to that man or don't go with that person, and don't give them any tools
right.
because kids are
Yes.
not
If
in a
things
place
come
to
up,
think
how
like
are they
that.
going to react? Right. Yes.
Exactly. So you
Something
tell
can
them,
come
if
up and they have never
yes,
dealt with it before
yes,
and they're just stuck because we were
yes,
not keeping it real with them and telling them what needs to happen. What happens if this person does
right,
this? What do you
right.
need to do?
Right. If you're being followed, go into a store and tell a clerk. Go into the library, go somewhere where a lot of people are. Teach them. Because I felt really bad because a little girl said he has little. She's a baby, so she said he our friend. I felt bad because now the way she views friendship is going to be changed for life.
Right.
She'll never trust like that again. So that means that baby has to learn to trust not only other people, but her own judgment. That is so unfair for a
Right. Her own
7-year
self.
old to have to learn that again.
Yes.
So
And
I
that
do
just
it for a
that's like
reason.
another broken child out there and
Absolutely.
it leads to another broken adults, and they wonder why our community is the way it is. It's because it happens at childhood. I say
Yes.
that all the time. It happens at
Yes.
childhood. That's when you
I
are formed.
agree.
That's when something happens that breaks you, and you have to figure out how are you going to get past it from this point. And sometimes people can't get past it. Sometimes you can't get past that point.
I agree. And I think we don't believe in counseling. So some black folks in counseling, is taboo. But I'm going to tell you, if that means that you can gain your life back, sometimes you can't talk it out with your family. Sometimes you can't talk it out with your friends because, number one, they may not have what you need to get to that healing point.
Right.
Sure, they can say, "Oh, girl, that's messed up," or I care, yada 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 yada, but they don't know the right words to get you to that next point. And sometimes we got to step out of our, like you said, that box and do whatever it takes to heal us, because you're right, we have so many broken adults because we have not fixed our childhood. So we carry that baggage, just like having a backpack that never come off. It affects
Right.
everything we do, from work relationships to personal relationships to just life in general. So we have to learn
Right.
to unpack. We got to learn to pack lightly. Some stuff, take a little longer to shake, but we got to learn how to pack light. Because if you
Yes.
don't pack light, you walk around like this all the time. Bag hip.
Right.
Girl, stand up straight.
Your back will hold your smile from coming
Yes.
up.
Yes. So we got to learn to pack lightly. But
Right.
we need to understand that there's some things that we need to really think outside the box about, because it's really important. And child safety is really important. People always get mad at me, why are you still doing that? People don't really get it, how important it is. I said, but you know what, I'm that's what I think I was here for. So I even do safety events here in Florida, where I give out free ID kits. So I give the parents the fingerprint the babies and take
Yeah.
their picture, and they get a whole kit. The parents get it on a disc, and they get to keep it. So if anything happens, they can download it on their phone, and they can get it to the police faster. Because you remember, when kids go missing or anyone goes missing, the first 48 hours is major. So you cut off time because they got to come take a report. Da, da,
Yeah.
da. I got everything. And I always tell the parents, update the photos. You don't need me to do that. Take a picture, keep an updated photo in your cell phone, always, of your baby. A lot of times we say, oh, we
Right.
got pictures. I got pictures at home. But if you're in a grocery store, you're not at home. You wait a minute, here's her picture right here. Click, click. Here you go, officer. This what she
Right.
had on
And you
last.
could
This is
be
what she had.
panicking and not
Yes.
remember.
Yes.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I suggest
Exactly.
I
That is
suggest
some
you find
very
somebody in
important
your area.
information.
Yes. It's a few people in different areas that do that. A lot of people charge, but that's my tithing, because my kids are grown. They're old enough to fight back now. Um, so my tithing is, whenever I have that, I even connected with another organization that'll say, well, they help me. They come out, set up tables. We did the library here. They set the tables for me, and they actually work the tables while I share information with the parents and the kids. Um, so I mean, we all got our job to do. We all got an assignment, and I just think that if you're serious about your assignment, you're gonna go hard on it. I'm a
Yes.
hustler. I'm a grinder. Like, I'm old school.
Yes.
I go for mine. So I don't sleep much. I grind hard. So when it means something to you, you're gonna put your all in it. You're gonna go for it. And I think a lot of times too, I think you talked about it as well when we had you on our show, and sometimes you gotta stand alone. People act like you always gotta have a whole bunch of people on your side. A lot of times it's just you, your gut, and God. And you just gotta
Right.
trust it and go for it.
You have
You
to
don't
trust
need
it. Yes.
everybody
Say
cheering for
that.
you.
Yes.
And we got to grow up. We got to do it. And I just think it's really important. And I've been doing it for, like I said, for a couple of decades now. When I thought about it, the date, I didn't want to tell you I was so ashamed, but I've been doing it for a long time. But I'm gonna keep doing it because I figure whatever is meant to be is gonna be. And when it's my turn to pass over and come back and hunt everybody, at least I know I did something right. I
Not
did something
hunt
right.
everybody now.
Yeah, I'm on everybody, all y'all, all my loved ones. Y'all gonna get it. I said, girl, I told you to do that before I left. But I want to make sure that I leave something that I tried. you know, I'm not I can't guarantee that what